Congress needs to spend less time fundraising and spend more time doing their job, what we paid them for. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Gina from Los Angeles, California, and my message to Congress is stop fighting the president. The country can't go through what it's been through for the last 4 years. It didn't just hurt America when your goal was to keep the president from being elected. It hurt the entire world. People's jobs, their livelihoods, their homes. We can't go for another 4 years of this. So stop fighting. Compromise is not a dirty word, and figure out a way to make it work. I'm Gina. Think about it. Today?
Good, how are you? Nah.
Hi, I'm Cindy Fowler, and I'm with the Money Out Voters In Coalition, and I'm also a member of the Yes We Can Democratic Club in Long Beach. Our club in Long Beach has become interested in this situation where money is taking over our democracy. It used to be one man, one vote, and that was all the power was with the people. And with all of the money coming in on the campaigns, it seems like the people really don't count. So we're trying to, Money Out Voters In is an organization of grassroots people that are just trying to get out there and get the word out about how this is taking over our democracy. So we're here at the Crenshaw Market, and we talk to people about Proposition C, which is on the ballot. And our organization, we're part of the push to get this on the ballot. It's not easy to get something on the ballot in a city or a state, and we were able to do that. So May 21, there's an election, and we'll be voting to say yes on Proposition C, which is to overturn Citizens United. So that's what we're doing here. We're educating voters, and we're registering voters, because it's important when you move, you have to re-register, or we also register a lot of young people that have never registered. So that's what we're doing today. Thank you for coming.
And there are some powerful voices on the other side that are interested in running out the clock or changing the subject or drowning out the majority of the American people to prevent any of these reforms from happening at all. They're doing everything they can to make all our progress collapse under the weight of fear and frustration, or their assumption is that people will just forget about it. Many other reforms are supported by clear majorities of Americans. And I ask every American to find out where your member of Congress stands on these ideas. If they're not part of that 90% who agree that we should make it harder for a criminal or somebody with a severe mental illness to buy a gun, then you should ask them, why not? Why are you part of the 10%? There's absolutely no reason why we can't get this done. And I want to make sure every American is listening today. Less than 100 days ago that happened. And the entire country was shocked. And the entire country pledged we would do something about it, and this time would be different. Shame on us if we've forgotten. If there's one thing I've said consistently since I first ran for this office, nothing is more powerful than millions of voices calling for change. And that's why it's so important that all these moms and dads are here today, but that's also why it's important that we've got grassroots groups out there that got started and are out there mobilizing and organizing and keeping up the fight. That's what it's going to take to make this country safer. It's going to take moms and dads and hunters and sportsmen and clergy and local officials like the mayors who are here today standing up and saying, this time really is different. Right now, members of Congress are back home in their districts, and many of them are holding events where they can hear from their constituents. So I want everybody who's listening to make yourself heard right now. We need everybody to remember how we felt 100 days ago and make sure that what we said at that time wasn't just a bunch of platitudes, that we meant it. My heart was broken, and I decided now was the time to act. To march, the time to petition, the time to make phone calls, and if enough members of Congress take a stand for cooperation and common sense and lead and don't get squishy because time has passed and maybe it's not on the news every single day. If that's who we are, that's our character, that we're willing to follow through on commitments that we say are important, commitments to each other and to our kids, and I'm confident we can make this country a safer place for all of them. So thank you very much, everybody. God bless you. God bless America.
We haven't decided where we're going to be yet, but if you give me your name and your email address or your phone number, I can keep you posted. So you'll know where we're going to be.
Register to vote today. One person, one vote. Empower yourself, people. Register to vote. We got an election going on.
Hey, I just moved. Do I have to register to vote?
If you moved recently, you might need to re-register to vote. If your name has changed, you might need to re-register to vote. Register to vote today, right here.
I'm not wild about the decision the Supreme Court came to with Citizens United, because corporations, unlike Mitt Romney said, are not people, my friend. Corporations are corporations. If there's something I can do, aside from turning the music down, to overturn that, then I'm all for it.
Okay, I'm angry about money and politics. That's why I'd like to dump Citizens United and go MOVI. And let's do something, you know, as soon as possible.
I don't think that. Do you need some help to get to your car? I was standing out in the sun talking to somebody and I got really warm. And I came in here to come one of the guys I gave one of the cards to gave me his card in return. It's become a real problem in California. Like recently, there was a proposition on the ballot, I can't remember which one, but they couldn't figure out where was the big money coming from for that proposition. And it was coming from some group in Arizona. And our Attorney General was really good, tracked it down.
She's very good. Yeah, oh yeah, she's very good.
She has a future that
She has a big future. Yeah.
But she tracked him down and said, you know, so who are you guys? You're spending all this money in California elections sponsoring this thing, so who are you really? You know? Because it's crazy. So all this act says is, if you're going to run ads, you got to say who you are. You can't hide behind a name. You can't put it in fine print. You need to put, you know, Exxon or Monsanto or whatever, big pharma, your logos, because the voters, it's only...
We need to have the right to make an informed decision on whether who's supporting the various acts.
Is this someone that has my interests at heart, or are they just worried about their stockholders and their CEO? You know, it's kind of that thing. There's a lot that needs to be changed, and there were different groups that were working on different aspects. But we decided to all come together and work on it together.
And that's the best way, when everybody is working together.
Yeah, and we're trying to get, there are groups like across the country. It's kind of a grassroots thing. Across the country to get, even just get a conversation started. Because some people don't understand, you know, that that's what's corrupting the system. Right? People get frustrated and they wonder, like, why is my government not responsive? You know, why are they not helping me? Well, that's why, you know, so if people understand what the problem is, maybe they'll help us, you know, demand a solution.
Okay, it's a short message. Get together, work together, and let's make it happen.
I can tell you why I'm involved with this movement, because over the years I've been interested in various issues such as education, the environment, healthcare, and discovered that in order to make progress on any of these issues, you have to be concerned about the big money that's on the other side pushing back sometimes. So the whole idea of this coalition is to work together to try to get the big money out of politics, to get our democracy back, basically, so that the politicians are not working for the special interests of corporations, they're working for us. So it's kind of a grassroots movement, and we're hopeful that we can change things.